The following program may contain language of an adult nature. Listener discretion is advised.
Views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
We think it's the banning of
We are anonymous. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. My boy Maxwell Silverhammer and my bottom bitch Jerk Man will set you straight with some good all true shit and none of that shit that irks me. Hey Maxie baby, I still got them videos. You fill my cereal port perfectly. Bitch.
Ah, yes! Finally kicked those fuckers off the air.
It's about goddamn time. I got sick of those fucks.
Yeah, that G.J. Jerkman and Maxwell Silverhammer with all their goddamn anti-corporate talk.
Just be happy. We're gonna go celebrate right now. I think we should go do some golf and butt fuck one another.
Oh, that's the greatest. I'm ready. Hold on. Go get in the car here.
Get the hell in the other side. Another side. There you go.
There we go.
All right.
This is a great day.
I'm gonna start it up now. You ready?
These bastards.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Bora Bora, here we go.
It's the STIM Radio Show.
Maxwell Silverhammer, G.J. Jerkman, Cruise Control, and G Motor. Do you smell fire? I think somebody lit a cigarette. No, it's the hottest radio show on the internet. So keep it locked here from 7 to 9, cause the STEM radio fam, they ahead of their time. And now it's lesson 1, man, this is lesson 2. No format because they keep it fresh and new. And this is what I call HQ. Hey, Winfrey, you a musical genius, man. They can't paint it like a basic. But if the content is making you sick, take some Dayquil. And if you think that the jocks sound quirky, allow me to introduce you to the shit that irks me.
Spread them cheeks.
Oi, at the end of the goddamn week.
Shit, it fucking irks me.
End of the week edition.
It's attrition.
Attrition. Like Univision. I'm Cruise
Yes,
Control.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
Or actually, you're the maid who's gonna get. Never mind.
Oh yeah, gonna get silverly hammered.
The silver-hammered maid. That's what I'm gonna. Oh, Silverhammer, you thought you strike me like an anvil.
Oh, chop it up my ace. Oh,
Ace, I want you to blacksmith me.
I love the way you bend my metal to a certain
Metal.
position.
So yeah. So by the way, I don't know if Jerkman's around hanging out there. He's probably wants to play out. But dude,
Yeah.
Your face, you're just a great inspiration on Facebook. All right.
Am I?
I just no, not you. I mean Jerkman.
Oh, Jerkman, his inspiration.
Yeah, he might have left somewhere, but
Yeah.
I had to focus on this because I know he's not around. But dude, I scroll through his feed, right? And this is what I find. I find the first thing is there's a picture of a dad and a homeless guy, homeless dad, his daughter.
Oh shit!
Sitting, in the street, and it's like, oh, it's terrible. Next thing is some conspiracy theory about it was some other conspiracy theory about something with. I gotta remember what it was. Well, I gotta find out what it was.
You gotta look at it.
Like
Okay.
Yeah, conspiracy theory with something. There's a homeless guy, conspiracy theory with something else, and then the worst of all, and this is what really tugged my heart. This is why he's such an inspiration.
Okay.
About a kid whose skin falls off. Like,
man, so they say I'm negative. They say I'm crazy, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, it makes you just look at the stuff and makes you just feel so good. You get up in the morning, you're like, today is the first day, the beginning of the rest of my life.
Makes your ball sack just tingle, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I can't fuck with them. Oh shit. All right. Anyway, so what's going on?
Well, man, I got a lesson. I got a little crash course in YouTube and the music business and some other shit the other night, man. I had Be Legit on the show. Was a great interview.
Be Legit?
Yeah, Be Legit. Remember?
Be legit with the. I bought that album.
Yeah, I had Be Legit on the show, man.
Wow, he was down like E40 in them, right?
Yeah. Oh, very good, man. I can't find the bell, but yes, I would ding you if
E40 and that clicked.
Lil Bruce and all those guys.
Yep.
So I had Be Legit on. We had a great interview, 2-hour interview, and learned a lot of shit. And so Jerkman uploads the show, and so I go home and I'm checking his YouTube channel, and I see the video. I'm like, oh, cool. So I go on. And it says unmute, the button, the mute button that's usually there says to unmute it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I wonder why it's muted. Maybe it was just sometimes that happens. So I unmute it. And as I'm scrolling down, I see this thing that says, this video has been flagged by a third party for copyright infringement. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I called Jerkman. I'm like, hey, man, that video tonight's been flagged for copyright infringement. So he looks at it, and I guess all the songs that I played got flagged for copyright infringement. And, I've had some pretty decent acts on here before, and nothing's ever happened. So for the one time, and it does get flagged, and I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? So it gave him some kind of option that we could cut the music out and still upload your video, and, we'll just be playing ads during the music or some shit. So he chose that option. And then I guess they told him, nope, it's still in violation of copyright. You got to take it down. So he had to take it down, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Now what do I have to send these guys? So, I eventually sent them the Ustream link to the video because that's all fine. That one, there's even music in that part, in that one.
Did you let them know what happened with that?
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah, dude.
How was the response? Hopefully it was like,
well, here's the thing. I got no response. So I don't know if him and his manager were pissed off or if they didn't give a shit or what.
They probably didn't give a shit because, they're just on having a good time on the show. So
yeah, maybe so. I mean, his manager is who I hooked it up with. And then, he gave me Be Legit's phone number. And so then we just did the interview that way. We called him and, went
and I'm there. Sure it was you said it was a good interview. Well, no awkwardness at all or anything?
No, not at all, man. We had a great interview. I mean, he's very laid back, but shit, at one point we started talking about food. He was talking about restaurants out here and shit that he's been to. So
is he out in Vegas?
He was at one point visiting, He was down here.
Everybody's been to Vegas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dog. So, but I did send them the Ustream link, so it's not like they didn't get an archive, But for a minute there, I was like, oh, fuck. But what's crazy is I've seen people upload people's full albums who they don't own the copyright to YouTube, and nobody does shit. Those are up there, and they're all good, and it's like, how the fuck did mine get flagged?
I don't know, but it's just the way it works, man. It's scary because...
Well,
it used to be that they had control of that kind of thing. You couldn't play, you couldn't get that, you couldn't get something on the air. But now with the internet, they just want it's money, just like the internet, the neutrality laws and all that stuff.
Well, and that's it. I mean, it's kind of bullshitty, really, because it's like I'm promoting the guy's music. I'm not making money, or I'm not getting, anything from it.
Somebody's making money off it.
Well, there you
it's
go.
Gotta be me.
Well, and there you go. You just hit the nail on the head. I think it's some greedy record exec asshole that. I'm sure some of these guys, they just sign shit a lot of times. So I'm sure that, he probably signed his music over to some third party or something. And now they own everything he records. And so, because he was on Jive Records for a while, from what he said. So maybe, something happened with that. Jive Records owns his whole catalog or something, or anything he records. So there's some Jarly out there that flagged it because they weren't getting paid. And that's what happened. So it's just kind of weird, man. It never happened to me before. And I'm just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's depressing because you don't know if that's going to happen again. Of course, now you're going to be all paranoid about it every time you play something.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody's shit. You're going to be worried about it. And it's just like it affects the integrity of your show, too, because you're like, hey, I'll take this, but that's the thing. That's the problem about YouTube is that they will, or somebody will get you.
Yeah.
Although you were playing all of his shit, right?
Yeah, it's his music. I didn't play anybody else's. I just played Be Legit music that night. You know, because I'm
probably someone from there, because it was old stuff from his old record company, right? Or is he still?
Yeah, no, I played old and new. So I jumped around. I played some of his old tracks. I played some of his new tracks. And
his new tracks. So is he still holding up?
Oh yeah, he's got a new album out called What We've Been Doing. So, and I played 2 tracks off that, and I played. Let's see, I played the one off Hemp Museum, Smile, the one he did with Daryl Hall. And then
that's I remember that. You showed me that back in the old.
Yeah,
back from 118.
Well, he had a great story behind that too, man. How it all, came about and everything. And, he was like, yeah. And, he goes, I actually met him and went to his ranch house. And he's like, his fixes, he likes a bottle of Coke, a 12-ounce bottle of Coke, and it's got to be a glass bottle. And so, it's pretty cool shit, man. It was a
12-ounce bottle of Coke, gotta be glass.
Right. So
that's just some famous, like, yeah, dude, I need to have a glass bottle of Coke.
Yeah, exactly.
Even out that goddamn can. Well, some people, Some people, of course, think Coke tastes different from a can or a bottle, which it does.
Right.
It does taste a little different because
it's just an eccentricity, that a lot of famous people have,
Yeah, like you, I know you like your eggs flufade.
Oh yes, I do.
Morning.
And I like
and not flufade, but flufade.
Well, see, the thing is, I got to have a flocker dorsal. If I don't have an egg flocker dorsal, I'm pretty pissed off.
Yeah,
you know that.
You understand about that. By the way, speaking of food, I want to with a shout out to know he obviously can't listen, but good luck to the Kraken.
Oh yes, new job, man.
Going on this venture, because I know you were pissing yourself a bit for a moment, going, no, don't leave me, my darling, please.
No, you know what? It worked out great, man. It's a night gig, and he started his training today, so we'll see how he goes, man.
But now you know what you got to do. You know what you got to do.
Go down there and have some dinner.
Yeah, exactly. You got to go down there and go, hey. And then go down there.
Speaking of the Kraken, man, I gotta say, dude, again, I understand. It's one of these things where he's young and all that shit, but you forget that because of how intelligent he usually is. But then he'll say something really off the fucking wall, and you're just like, dude. Like today, what was he saying? He was like, how come every reference you make is always directed at women and sex? And he's like, a lot of what you say is sexist. And I'm like, where the fuck did you hear this shit? And what else did he do? He went on to say something else and was calling me. Oh, I know what it was, dude. We were talking about, because we were talking about the friend zone guys. You know what I'm saying? Like the dudes who are like, man, dude, I do everything for this bitch, and she cries on my shoulder, and she doesn't even know I want her. Well, did you tell her you like her? Well, no, man, but she should know. So we were talking about those guys. I said, yeah, but you know what, man? I said, there's women that do that too. He's like, yeah, but statistically, it's more men than women that do the friend zone thing. And I'm like, you can't say that though, dude. A lot of women do it too, but
what do you mean the friend zone thing?
Well, like what I was just saying, where guys get pissed off because they have a female friend that they like and they want more with.
Maybe he's right. More guys do that because women will never ask them out themselves because they don't have to ever do anything.
Ooh, yeah. See, there we go.
Sure, simple. Women don't have to ask men out. It's not expected of them to do anything except accept or decline your offer of that. So some guys, guess what? Some guys are scared of that kind of stuff. Some of those same guys, guess what they'll do? They'll jump out of a fucking plane. They'll bungee jump. They'll fucking go into a fucking war and shoot people while they're getting shot at. But they won't fucking ask a girl out because some people are scared. And guess what? That's okay.
Well, you know what?
It's okay for some people to be worried about it. Right? And then this has to always be the guy's responsibility. And here's the funny thing about that. He's talking about being sexist. What the hell is he doing right then?
Being sexist.
Being sexist.
Yeah, that's what. But see, what's funny? He always falls back on statistics, dude. But
there's no statistics though. There's no statistics to that. He's not. There's no statistics to bring up. The fact is, there are girls that do that, but the girls that do that are like, well, he didn't ask me out. Like, why didn't you ask him out? I'm not supposed to.
I'm the girl. I shouldn't have to.
See, with the guy, it's he didn't. She didn't ask me out. It's not her job. You need to get man up and ask her out. Go up for it and you put all your marbles on the table. She has absolutely no risk whatsoever. But you got to put all your eggs in that basket. Go, dude. Now, go.
Well, I told you what happened.
Yeah.
Well, I told you what happened to me when I was at California School for the Blind, right? When I went there where that chick, was all into me and I didn't know it. And then I get this Braille letter. It's like 4 pages long, and the first few lines are, Maxwell, I hate you. I wish I would have never met you. And I'm like, where did this fucking come from? And I guess it turns out that she did like me and was attracted to me, and all I did was pay attention to other women. And I'm like, well, I'm not fucking psychic, you know.
See, that's the thing. You're supposed to act, they're not supposed to take any risk because they're precious. They're a goddamn pedestal. See, here's the thing with Kraken. Here's the thing with Kraken. All right. Here's the thing. Kraken is the generation now. It's all about the word and not the intent. Well, that's really sexist.
Yeah.
No, it'd be sexist if you dealt with women on an individual basis that way. But you have never dealt with anybody in that way. You treat everybody as an individual.
Hell yeah.
You it's like calling you a fucking racist for saying Dune Coon or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not fucking making fun of any specific individual. You're making fun of a broad, generalized, stereotypical group that doesn't even exist, really.
Right.
It's just you're fucking going, those Dune Coons or whatever, whatever.
Or I'm calling one person a Dune Coon doesn't make me a racist, you know.
No.
If you're a Dune Coon, you're a Dune Coon.
Racism is when you meet someone and go, oh, they're Pakistani. I'm not going to like them. I don't care how cool they are.
Right.
Or they're a woman, so I'm going to treat them with disrespect because they're women. You don't treat anyone with disrespect.
No.
The only thing you do is the animal object name, and some people might think of that, but I don't think of that way. I just think of that as you actually realize there's a difference between men and women to you, and you do it. Now, is it strange and can be uncomfortable sometimes?
Absolutely.
For everybody else, yeah, but it's you can analyze that and say, oh, well, you'd think of women as objects, as they're just things, and it's like.
Well, but then again, men can have names, but I give the power back to the women by saying, I can't name the men. That's your job. You guys can do that. So, why not?
Yeah,
Let's have a little fun.
The thing for you is an equal. It's if they actually wanted to name you or name your friends, you'd be like, oh, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
If a girl actually did that, you'd probably fall in love with her. Like, oh my god.
Well, and I've had women do that. Oh, let's call. Hell, Shell used to do that. Remember? Oh, Jeff's the owl and fucking.
The owl, yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, if they play along, then hey,
then that's fun, exactly. Because and I don't know, it's weird. Because he says some shit too sometimes that's horrible. So it's all bullshit, man. It's all this new idea of. It's like the same thing now. They're like that's why Donald Trump is so big. Because he was asked by a reporter because he's calling. Babies who are born here in America just to be made American citizens, as in people that come here to have babies so they can be American citizens. They call them anchor babies.
Which is true. That's what they are.
It's like they get an anchor here in America where their family can take, use government influence and funds. And so this guy goes, that's offensive to some people. Don't you? He's like, it's political. What else am I supposed to call them?
Yeah.
They're anchor babies. We're talking about people who deliberately come in this country to have a baby so the child can be an American citizen, then leave.
Right.
Those are anchor babies. All right, that happens a lot more than you think it does.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that there's a lot of people that fly over from different countries, like when they're 8.5 months pregnant, and then have the baby here, and then 2 months later fly back to their own country.
Right.
Then they have someone who's an American citizen, and they can
come here anytime they want to now because their a kid is what anchors them to this country.
It's horrible. They're children. They're just no. It's a term, you dumbasses. It's a term for something.
Well,
all right.
Why aren't these parents, that are having these anchor babies? Being persecuted and held accountable. Obviously, they're the ones that are using the child.
It's part of our law, but that's the thing. We have to get the law reformed, and that's what Trump is trying to do. Now he's struck a chord because people are so tired of being judged on words they say. I mean, you say something in a conversation, having a good time, and then later on you're like, you're a racist.
Oh,
you're sexist. No, I'm just fucking talking shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like
people. Because the thing is, I want to ask Craig a question. How many times do you actually notice when he talks shit about dudes? And what does he say? What do you say about dudes? You call them assholes and dick faces or jarlies?
Yeah,
you do.
Oh, I do rip on guys.
Then why doesn't he notice that? Who's really the sexist?
And that was funny because well, that was his big argument today too. He's like, you rarely talk about guys. He's like, all you do is talk about women. I'm like, because I'm a man who's heterosexual, so I think about women. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I don't really care about guys too much, So
well, and what are you saying? What was the comment that sparked this? Out of curiosity.
I think I just said something about somebody being a vag bleed or something. Just my usual shit. Or
dude, you say stuff about dudes all the time. Dude, he's a fucking jarly, man. He's a
right.
What's another term you use?
A yucklebuck or a colon cramming queer botroid or all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, you say homeronian, dude. Is it old school?
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe I back off the homo stuff a little bit around him because I know he's a little sensitive about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is actually you being nice, even though you shouldn't have to.
No, I shouldn't.
Because you don't have to back up about anything else. See, that's a fucked up thing about this political correct word pussies is what I call them. And Colin is Craig is kind of a word pussy.
In a way,
right?
Yeah, you're right.
It's like, oh, who said that you called a girl a bitch? Oh, well, how does it affect you? It does. It makes me feel bad. Who's in control of your feelings? Who's in control of you being offended? Who's in control of you understanding the context of the conversation?
Well, it's funny because certain shit he'll laugh at, that I say. Like when I call my phone a stinking nigger or something like that or whatever, that he's okay with. But if I say faggot or queer or something, oh man, dude.
Yeah, because it's next to home. It hits home.
It should.
It's a hypocrisy. Of course it is. It's hypocrisy. That's why I don't care. I'll talk shit about anything.
Yeah.
I'll say anything about anybody.
Well, that's it.
I even said I think about people on the phones. I think whatever the fuck I want.
Well,
I'm thinking on the phone and somebody answers the phone with oh, fucking nigger.
Right.
Why? Because I'm never gonna meet those people.
Yeah, you don't care about
the person. If a black guy gets on the phone and goes, "Hey man, I need some work with my Xbox," and it's not about the way that it's not about the talk. It's about the fucking just.
Yeah.
Fucking. It's like simple. It's simple. It's an attitude.
Well,
right?
Exactly.
So if the guy gets on the phone, I'm not going to go, well, he sounds black. He must be. I'm going to be, oh, this guy's cool. He's actually being nice. He's being intelligent. He's being intelligible.
Yeah.
And I can understand what the fuck he's saying.
Well, and you got to rise above. Our whole thing is rise above that stereotype, man. Why are you happy
Just
fitting
deal
into a
with it.
stereotype?
Accept it. Everyone's got them, man. I am so stereotypical white in some ways, dude.
Oh, sure.
It's like you're stereotypical blind, dude.
Sure.
Fucking pulsing,
Yeah, I got my shit.
Smacking a pen against your face.
Or a headphone cord on my hand like I'm doing right now,
Exactly.
So
things that are things that you could be, like there's a reason why people wave their head back and forth.
Yeah.
When they're, because blind people do that. That's a stereotype. Deal with it. Deal with your life.
Right.
Guess what? It doesn't mean much because the problem is that people are actually judging people by those stereotypes. So when you use those, they actually think you're judging them by that too. Well, you're not. You're not judging any individual. You're judging an amorphous group that really isn't actually in existence. It's just it's like saying all the fucking fairies,
Yeah.
The
general statement.
It's like not any fairies by gays. I mean, like, oh God, look at the goblins and the or how about fucking Dicka?
Yeah,
it's the same thing. It's almost like
Yeah, it's my imaginary world of something that pisses me off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and and anybody with a rational human being understands.
Right.
That the stereotype is you understand it's a stereotype, and that's the only reason why you're using it.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can't in this country. You can't in this world anymore. It's all about like offensive and about being offended and being shamed
which reminds me of something else, man. We're about to go to break here pretty soon, I think. But when we come back, man, this is kind of along the lines of SMJ, but it's interesting. Cracking open my eyes to something today, and I was just like, oh shit, I didn't even think about that. And so we can talk about that too, because that was another thing something I noticed today.
And that's another thing. I know. Yeah, I'm sure we could talk. Whenever we come back, but keep in mind. You see this? He's talking about sexism and all that stuff. You had an open mind and took an idea of his. Said, oh, that's probably true.
Yeah.
I wonder if he does that with you a lot, or is he so sure of himself that he probably doesn't?
Yeah, I
so
don't know
who's really
about
discriminating and closed-minded?
I don't know, man.
I think I have an answer about that.
It's hard to say. Right. When we come back, you let us know, man.
Well, we'll talk about whatever your idea is. Okay, I'll be back. But by the way, guys, fuck you.
Oh, fuck you too.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. Hip-hop bangers life.
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
Classic throwbacks, life.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
Hey, most people don't plan to fail, but a lot of people fail to plan, and it really don't have to be like that. What you know about an IRA or a tax-deferred 401k? What you gotta pay to the government? Ever heard of a tax-exempt retirement? That's info most folks don't know. What you gonna do if you live too long? What you gonna do if you die too soon? Can your spouse afford the house? Will your family go bankrupt if you get sick? You got a plan in place to cover medical debt? I'm not talking about Advil, I'm speaking on long-term ill. You ever seen a bill from that home where Big Mama went to live? It's like $73,000 a year. How you gonna pay for that? 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 You work hard every day, but you really don't like it. You're looking at a retirement crisis. Got a good education, got a good job, got the age and the time, but still got robbed in 2008 when the market crashed. Wanna tell your boss to kiss your bus pass, but you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. Said you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. So you wake up in the morning and you put on your game face. Then you run out the house late, headed to the same place. On the bus like I'm stuck in your core like I'm stuck. What you need is a solution, more income and less confusion. What you gonna do, where you gonna go, who you gonna talk to get the info and get money? You can talk to me, you can talk to me, we got what you need, or you can join the team. Build yourself, then build your wealth by sharing what you learn with somebody else. Each one, teach one how money works. Stay compliant so nobody gets hurt. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Hey, this is Travis. This song was recorded to get your attention. I have some powerful financial information that you should hear. The things that you need to put in place for a solid financial foundation in case you live too long, die too soon, if you become disabled or need to go into a home, or if you simply need access to a tax-free supplemental retirement or emergency fund. We have the information to put these proper plans in place in case any of these things happen. Contact me at my email. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. Let's set up an appointment, sit down at the kitchen table or coffee shop somewhere. I'll show you the information. If you have the need and the means, let's get it done. Or if you're looking for a business with a great compensation plan and a proven system, you should join the team. I know this business isn't for everyone, but it's one of those rare situations where if we all follow the system, it can be a win for all involved. The companies win, the clients win, or the families win, the brokers win. We're entrepreneurs, we're our own bosses. Everyone is a broker. We can make good money and travel around the world on the company's dime. Let's at least try to do it.
At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your butt. My tongue's replacing the gun, my toleration is none. Fuck a buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghosts.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters, so turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the
hollering at
guts,
a broad,
blind
you
to
be
the
getting
facts.
digits. Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scans. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
Yee! What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic like you already know. Get him, Jay!
We think it's the banning of
We are anonymous. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. My boy Maxwell Silverhammer and my bottom bitch Jerk Man will set you straight with some good old true shit and none of that shit that irks me. Hey Maxie baby, I still got them videos. You fill my cereal port perfectly. Bitch.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening to you guys actually have a conversation there.
We were talking off the air, man.
Fantastic stuff.
So
okay, so you got an idea that was shared to you by an insight today.
Insight by Kraken, which I didn't think about. I had a driver that drove me to work and everything, and when he was getting out of the van, because they were using the vans this time, and he says, "All right, well, good seeing you." And then he comes and opens my door, and I'm getting out. He goes like, "By the way, don't think I was being a smart aleck when I said, good seeing you." And I'm thinking, what the fuck, man? Why, you just have that usual reaction. I didn't, react to him. I was just like, no, I said, I say see, just like other sighted people. And, then that was it. So I'm telling Kraken about this shit. And I said, well, man, you believe I got SMJ'd by this driver? He's like, no, he said, I think he's probably covering his ass because there are probably blind people that do get upset if he were to say something like that. And I'm like, which is kind of true.
Of course, that's what I'm talking. That's exactly what I'm talking about, man. In terms of the steals before reels, man. The fucking sticks and stones may break my nose, but names will shatter my soul.
Apparently, dude, words. Fuck, we're in real trouble.
You're giving too much power because you know why? Because it makes it easy for those in power to use those words to control us.
Oh yeah.
And that's why everybody's so divided. That's why that guy was probably like that. He's probably right. I gotta apologize. Like he made himself had to cut off his own dick.
Well, you condition.
Hey,
you condition yourself.
Sorry. Yeah.
Because you run across blind people, and I know what he's talking about because I have run across those people. I'll be like, so when you read our books, I can't read them. I listen to them. What?
Yeah, because that's the thing. But he could probably have gotten some. Well, they probably had a class like, there's some things that if you do say these, and if we get complaints, you might be losing your job there. So you can't support your family because you
said
treat them like a normal person.
You said see to a blind person.
Because it's the dichotomy about group mentality.
Yeah.
You want to be treated like the individual that you are, but then when somebody insults your group, quote unquote, or does something that insults a certain part of your clan,
then you
get upset, and then that just reinforces that you're part of the group.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
It's kind of
so basically it's the reason why race relations in this country are worse than they were probably back when in the last 40 years.
It's kind of funny
because we're all focused on our own group, and then when you go and try to ignore that group, they get pissed off at you for ignoring that group. So that makes you focus on that group even more, and that divides you from that group even more. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It's kind of funny. I saw something yesterday. You remember Psycho that we had on the show from Insane Poetry? Remember he actually came in and and was on the show. And somebody commented on his, I guess he was talking about the new NWA movie. And this guy commented, and he was like, I don't know, Psycho. Tell me, is it just that I'm a white man and I can't understand? And, it seems like every time I play rap music in my car, black people look at me weird and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, dude, what the hell's wrong with you? Just fuck it. Who cares?
But it's true, though.
Yeah?
It's true. Because black people look at you weird if it's like, don't steal my music. It's like, it's not your music, it's fucking music. Music is no longer yours once it's played.
Well, and like, I actually commented on it, and I was like, hey, man, I was like, fuck those people. I was like, they can't have the experience for you. You have the experience. This is what you feel. You know?
But he's actually worried about being threatened. Like, people will threatening. I understand exactly what he's talking about.
See, I've never.
Man, what are you playing that music for, man?
See, I've never had.
You don't.
I've never had that
because
problem.
You won't. You're not considered a normal person. You're not in the normal equation, unfortunately.
That's interesting. So.
Why do you think? You're not like considered like how many rappers do you think you would have gotten if you were a regular white boy radio host doing your thing?
But I mean, none of them know I'm blind. That's it. I mean, it's not like it's the. By the way, I'm blind. Would you like to come on my radio show?
But I mean, if they watch the show, they're going to know you're blind. Obviously,
yeah.
If they see that.
But some of these guys aren't that observant.
All I'm saying is that I've seen it before, man. It's a different because first of all, you're not a threat in some ways for some reason. Like it's just that, man. You know how it is, man. Let's just be honest, man. The blind for a man, blindness and disability is emasculating in some ways.
It can be,
and that's why you get so fucking frustrated with people that SMJ you and stuff because it's your pride, man. It's your pride as a
man.
And
yeah. And, well, here's the thing, though, dude. The internet has kind of taken that out, man, because the blind thing comes in later. It's almost like a surprise, like, oh, you're blind? I've had people on the show, and then when it does come up, then I'll say, oh, by the way, I don't know if you knew, but I am totally blind. I was born that way. And they're like, for real? So they never knew that before.
I'm sure, but I know some people do. I just know it. Maybe it's not until the show, so I may be wrong about that. But just in general, I've seen it.
I'm not afraid to just say what the fuck's on my, like I'll say nigga, and I just have no fear. I'm just like, fuck it.
Because you don't have to. That's exactly what I mean. Like no one's going to punch you in your fucking face if you say that.
Well, and that's it though. I mean, it's like.
Someone will punch me in the face if I say that.
Sure,
or jerk me in the face if they said that. They wouldn't punch you in the face.
But here's the thing, man. It's done on Facebook and nobody gives a shit, and not everybody knows I'm blind on Facebook. It I don't know. It's something about the way I come across, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
It's kind of
maybe not.
It's just kind of strange because
I don't know. It's a phenomenon. It's an intricate thing though. It's like, and that's the thing about that though. With that guy probably was told, hey, don't say that because someone's going to be offended by or maybe someone complained. Oh. And that's the irony of it. They want to be treated just like everyone else, but if you say something like that, they'll go, oh, you're insensitive.
Yeah.
You're making it harder to be you, to be seen as you.
Right.
And again, it's easier to be seen as a group because then you have this group momentum too. So it really works out that way if you identify yourself as first and foremost an African American. No, you're first and foremost a human being. Then you're a male or female. Then you're your race.
Which is kind of funny because that's another thing I get a lot on paratransit. Like,
and even the race is just, if you really are, that's not a big deal. If you can do everything we can, then why are you so concerned about it?
Right, exactly. Well, or here's another thing they'll do. They'll start talking to me about other blind people, like I know them, and kind of the fucked up thing is I do know some of them, if they're talking about.
Of course you do know some because that's a product of you being part of that community.
Yeah.
However, I wouldn't know any of it. I'd be like, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
Well, but they assume that we all hang out, like they'll say, do you know blah, blah, blah?
Because that's like the old school thing about, hey, I have black friends, you know, or
Sure.
Or do you know Jimmy? And from no, I don't know, you know.
Right.
Because you're you know you're assuming that you hang out together because you're part of that group, and the group is always reinforced over the individual.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's easier. It's lazier to do that and easier.
Right. Right.
That's a stereotype. So just being lazy. That's what I do in my head when I'm like, oh, you fucking Mexi melts. I'm being lazy. I'm just going. I'm attributing something that I know that if I met that person in real life and had an actual experience with them, I might think the same thing. But I also am like, oh well.
Right.
Because it might reinforce the stereotype even more, which makes me think that even more. Because if because obviously you meet me, I might reinforce some stereotypes, whatever the stereotypes are, but you're not going to think of me as, oh, that guy, that white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff. It's like, oh, you're not going to think of me as that black. I mean, some people think of that blind guy, the idiots who'll never get over it. And that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Right. Right. But the people I really care about, they don't do that. That's not even, in the realm of thought.
Don't that have an open mind, they go, oh, that's Brett.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's a blind guy. They're going to think, oh, Brett. I'll call Brett tonight. Oh, I'm going to call that blind guy.
Or my blind friend. That's happened too, where people have said, oh, this is my blind neighbor.
My blind neighbor, my blind friend.
Yeah. Well, that has happened.
Friends. I've got a gay friend, a blind friend, a deaf friend, a fucking wheelchair friend.
I'm keeping
a gay
tabs.
Wheelchair friend, a gay blind deaf man friend, a gay blind deaf man in a wheelchair who also has autism and ADHD and Tourette's.
Right.
We call him Rainbow because he's got 7 flavors of disabled and they all different colors. His nickname.
Yeah, he's my Skittle. I call it. He's my Skittle niddle.
Skittles. Hey Skittles, come here.
This is Skittles. He's my disabled.
It must be really frustrating to be blind and deaf and have Tourette's.
Oh, dude.
What are you gonna shout out? You won't even know you're shouting anything.
Well, that's Papaga, Papaga. And you're like, what?
It would just be.
Well, and there are some people, you ride with them and they will say some shit sometimes, or, and you're like, what the fuck did he just, what was that came out?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's, it's interesting. Or you become the conversation piece all of a sudden. All of a sudden there's a million questions about your blindness and all this other crazy shit.
What can you say? So
how long you been blind? And shit like that.
And you have to answer the quiz, and then sometimes it's cool because they actually ask useful questions like like my friend Jill was asking me. Okay, so I'm sitting next to these. How much detail can you see in terms of this plant? And then she'll go get a little closer and tell me how much detail. Just like that's like interest. It's like trying to figure out where I'm at.
And
which is actually always rewarding because that's based upon individual me. It's not you watch TV.
Well,
I'm sitting in front of a TV right now, and you're asking me whether I watch TV.
Well, that's like and here's my rule of thumb. For me, I always say that I don't mind questions, but when the question is loaded with assumption, then obviously you think you know the answer even when you ask the question. So that's, to me, stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Or the question's off a presumption. Like, do you watch TV? The presumption being that some blind people don't.
Right.
For whatever reason, when almost every blind person I've met actually is fucking addicted to it. You're like one of the few that's not.
I mean, I do have, TV shows I like.
All I'm saying is that I know a lot of people that just sit in front of the TV and just watch TV all day.
And veg out.
Blind people, yeah.
Yeah.
Veg out or whatever.
Veg out and veg out. Yeah, exactly.
You veg out with some fucking Cheetos lying in their crotch, smoldering and fucking baking like a
hell yeah, man.
Quiche on a fucking grill.
It's like dried flaky chunks of yeast infection that they're chewing on.
Yeah,
and then if you want, you can dip them into like a like
you heard a reaction from somebody and that got you inspired. So go ahead.
Yeah, dip them into like a ketchup, so it's like menstrual blood along with it.
Oh, that's just not funny. That's just disgusting.
That's what's great.
See, I was trying to be funny with my quiche on a grill.
And mine's disgusting. What makes mine disgusting versus?
Because mine's at least, I don't know. It's poetic at least. Like you could imagine like a bubbling quiche on a grill.
Sure, but you could also imagine a yeast infection with chunks of period blood dripping from it.
You could, but mine's more elegant than yours. Mine's better.
Yeah, sure. So
that's funny. I think he's right in that way that there could be pressure on it, but I also think it's just like I said, everyone's so afraid to offend that people are emotional pussies, basically.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. Actually, here's another thing, dude. I don't know if you saw this, but I got this chick on my friends list, which, okay, I'll just give you. Basically, she was somebody that Hazmat brought in one time, so that should tell you something. And she came with her girlfriend. She's a chick that he met off some dating site or something. She came to the show one time. It was an all-star cast, man. We had Hazmat, we had these two girls, and we had Father Time.
You had Father Time?
Oh, yeah, he was down there all day, and Jerkman was babysitting as usual. So, we came up, and Father Time's still standing. Hey, do you think I could go on your show? And I'm like, fuck it. All right, we could fuck with him. Worst case scenario, So anyway, that was quite the interesting. Actually, it was a pretty fucking horrible show. But
I bet it was quite the clusterfuck.
Oh yeah. It was definitely one of those shows I don't listen to. So anyway, she added me on Facebook a long time ago. Well, occasionally, her and I go back and forth on Facebook, like. One time she put up something about white privilege, and I think I told you that shit, right? And we had
white privilege, yeah.
Big ass argument about that. And then there's been other stuff that I put up that she just, when she feels in a cunty mood, she decides she wants to comment on it and argue with me, So the other day, she puts up a status and she says, "Does anybody know where I can go get an affordable tetanus shot?" And so I'm trying to be helpful, and she doesn't live here anymore. She actually kind of lives out in your neck of the woods now. She moved. So
I'll keep an eye out.
Oh, yeah, well, I think she's in Portland, so you should be okay, man.
Well, that's good.
But anyway, I commented, and I said, well, you probably want to start with your health district. Every city has a goddamn health district, right? Any metropolitan city. So she comments, and she goes, "I don't even know what that is." Like, well, you got to be fucking, and I'm the idiot? So then I comment back, and I said, well, it's your health district. It's the health department. Every city's got one. We got one here. And
you call them and say, "Where can I get a tetanus shot?" They will direct you to where to get a tetanus shot.
And you can go right there and get it. I got a tetanus shot at ours when I hit my nose on that fucking desk years ago. So I went down to our health district and got a tetanus shot, and it was.
Oh, you got one just in case?
Oh yeah, because it was metal. Just in case. But she stepped on something apparently, some kind of sharp metal, and fucking went through her foot.
That's why you don't wear. She probably was wearing sandals.
Something stupid. And so
people who wear sandals suck.
Oh,
stand them.
Women that wear sandals, I think it's hot. When men wear sandals, it's gay as fuck.
No, anybody who wears sandals, anybody who's out in Vegas and sitting in a radio station who's not Maxwell wearing sandals.
Yeah, well, I don't wear sandals. I wear regular shoes.
Sweaty fucking feet. I hate sandals, man. They're fucking terrible. I can't stand them.
Then you slide.
And then well, see, the reason I can't stand sandals is very simple. They are open-toed shoes for visually impaired man. Yeah, goodness Loveland there, right there. Go out at night and run in your sandals. Let's run on the fucking block in your sandals, blind boy. See how that works for you.
Ain't my thing, man. I don't do that shit.
Bugs and shit like fucking scorpions and Vegas. That's the thing in Vegas. People wearing sandals. I got bit by a scorpion. Where? On my toe. Why? Oh, wearing sandals. Yeah, you're in Vegas. You're wearing sandals and you're bit by a scorpion. How about you wear some fucking shoes?
Hey, I agree, man. Right. I wear regular shoes all the time, man. I'm not, not into that shit.
No, don't. No, you're not supposed to wear. Because that's that old line. Wear some sandals.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I remember.
Or flip flops. Those are fucking annoying.
Or I get shit for wearing socks with shoes.
You step wrong on a flip flop, you sprain your ankle like you're stepping off a curve.
Oh yeah. Or the thing falls off, and all of a sudden you're stepping on something with your heel. And
the only time I wear that kind of stuff was I like those water shoes.
Well, going to the pool, if you're at the pool or at the beach or something.
Yeah, you wear water shoes or something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
but anyway, so she's being real bitchy with me about this whole health district. And I don't know what that is. I'm trying to get a referral. That's when I put up that thing on Facebook about. The dumb shittery of society when you jump on Facebook and post a status when you want to know something instead of going on to a search engine and looking up what you need to know. So she got real bitchy about that. And she was like, Google won't give you referrals. I was looking for referrals. And I'm thinking, no, the fuck you weren't. You were asking, where can you get an affordable tetanus shot? That's not a referral, And so anyway, we're arguing back and forth. And eventually it escalated. And she, then I start getting patronized.
What did you say?
Well, that, I started getting really patronizing, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I said, one day I'll be as brilliant as you are, but right now I'm just so stupid. Why don't you send me, actually what I said is, why don't you send me some of your used tampons and I can suck on them, and that way it'll make me as good as you one day. and she goes, well, you can start by learning how to spell and stop being such a pretentious asshole. And I'm thinking, pretentious? Bitch, you're the fucking hoity-toity fucking...
At least you didn't comment on the not being able to spell part, because that is so fucking true. You spell some shit.
But you know what? All right, great. So I can't spell. Fucking sue me.
No, I just think it's funny, though. But then she says she's pretentious because she's...
Yeah, but she's pretentious. She's the one who's always, digging at me.
You're trying to be helpful. You're like, hey, go down. And she's like, ugh,
yeah,
I don't like your help. I want you to fucking... Because she wants you to go. What she wants you to say, really, is, what happened?
Yep.
Why do you need a tetanus shot?
Yep.
I'm sure someone else did, right?
Oh, yeah. Ouch. I'm sorry. Well, that was the other thing.
What she wanted. She didn't want to come out and say, hey, I stepped on some metal.
Some other girl wrote... Well, this girl wrote LOL. I'm sorry, but LOL. Ouch. And she writes, and she's like, I don't see the humor in that. And the girl's like, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you or something, where I was just like, fuck you. So anyway, long of the short of it was she was calling me judgmental, and she's like, oh, your posts are negative and judgmental and hateful and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, then why are you on my friends list if you hate everything I post?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Why are you?
And then
she loves the drama. She likes to be angry.
Yeah, exactly. And well, then she says to me, well, you know where the delete button is if you want to unfriend me. It's not going to hurt my feelings. And I'm thinking... No, okay. So then I wrote, at this point it's entertaining. So then I write on there and I go, no, I like fighting with you too much. And judging by your reactions, you do too.
And then that ended it, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
And you guys are still friends?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't looked, but...
No, but it's like you have the delete button. You don't care. You don't mind me.
I don't care.
Yeah, you like the bullshit.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, fight with me.
Stay on your friends list so you can read her stupid shit, laugh at it, comment on it, then have something to talk about on the show.
Exactly. It's kind of like having something to hate. You kind of need something to hate sometimes,
And she's like, well, you have the delete button. You're like, you're the one who threatened to...
Actually, and this other guy who's on my friends list goes... Well, if he's such a judgmental prick and such an asshole, why are you still on his friends list?
Yeah,
so he said the same thing that I did,
Because she just doesn't really know how to articulate it, but she probably has people she hates on there, so she can get her little hate on every day and get a little riled up.
Yeah, which is funny. She's calling me hateful.
I think we have to find a name for that, like a Facebook name. We should call it like bait or something like that.
A bait hate? A bait hater?
Hate bait.
Hate bait. Okay. Yeah, it's hate bait.
You because it baits you to your bait because you have I have these fucking libtards on my that'll post shit like everyone's against Planned Parenthood now because it's a war against women. Like, no, we're upset because taxpayer money is going to a place that is actually selling bodies for personal monetary gain. They're selling fetuses, and people don't agree with that. Spending their tax money on that. That's why it's not about a war on women. Yeah. It's all fucking people selling fetuses to fucking companies.
And see, you know what? And she's the type.
And I could be like, fuck this, And she's an improv person in town too, so
you can't really delete her.
Is like runs a group. Well, I can delete her. I mean, but I want to say shit, but that's the thing. I don't say shit because I know I'll just get. I'll go off, and I'll be so. Yeah, see, I have to hold myself back on Facebook.
See, now sometimes I'll sick Jonathan on him.
Yeah, I know you will because he's like me in some ways, but he doesn't have as much. He's even less.
He's got no filter. He doesn't give a fuck. He'll just be like, "Fuck you."
He doesn't. Yeah, he's Jonathan. But it's awesome. It's just funny that we have this hate bait, man. It's people we keep on our accounts because they say such shit that's just so annoying and angry.
We got to keep them. Exactly. We'll be right back, bitches.
Yeah. So fuck you.
Fuck you.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. That's back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul, R&B, soul. Hip-hop bangers like
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
Classic throwbacks like.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
Hey, most people don't plan to fail, but a lot of people fail to plan, and it really don't have to be like that. What you know about an IRA or a tax-deferred 401k? What you gotta pay to the government? Ever heard of a tax-exempt retirement? That's info most folks don't know. What you gonna do if you live too long? What you gonna do if you die too soon? Can your spouse afford the house? Will your family go bankrupt if you get sick? You got a plan in place to cover medical debt? I'm not talking about Advil, I'm speaking on long-term ill. You ever seen a bill from that home where Big Mama went to live? It's like $73,000 a year. How you gonna pay for that? 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 You work hard every day, but you really don't like it. You're looking at a retirement crisis. Got a good education, got a good job, got the age and the time, but still got robbed in 2008 when the market crashed. Wanna tell your boss to kiss your bus pass, but you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. Said you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. So you wake up in the morning and you put on your game face. Then you run out the house late, headed to the same place. On the bus like I'm stuck in your car like I'm stuck. What you need is a solution, more income and less confusion. What you gonna do, where you gonna go, who you gonna talk to get the info and get money? You can talk to me, you can talk to me, we got what you need, or you can join the team. Build yourself, then build your wealth by sharing what you learn with somebody else. Each one, teach one how money works. Stay compliant so nobody gets hurt. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Hey, this is Travis. This song was recorded to get your attention. I have some powerful financial information that you should hear. The things that you need to put in place for a solid financial foundation in case you live too long, die too soon, if you become disabled or need to go into a home, or if you simply need access to a tax-free supplemental retirement or emergency fund. We have the information to put these proper plans in place in case any of these things happen. Contact me at my email. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. Let's set up an appointment, sit down at the kitchen table or coffee shop somewhere. I'll show you the information. If you have the need and the means, let's get it done. Or if you're looking for a business with a great compensation plan and a proven system, you should join the team. I know this business isn't for everyone, but it's one of those rare situations where if we all follow the system, it can be a win for all involved. The companies win, the clients win, or the families win, the brokers win. We're entrepreneurs, we're our own bosses. Everyone is a broker. We can make good money and travel around the world on the company's dime. Let's at least try to do it.
At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you think that you're fun. My tongue's replacing a gun. My toleration is none. Fuck a buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scans. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts if you
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
Yee! What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic like you already know. Get him, Jay!
We think it's the banning of
We are anonymous. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. My boy Maxwell Silverhammer and my bottom bitch Jerk Man will set you straight with some good all true shit and none of that shit that irks me. Hey Maxie baby, I still got them videos. You fill my cereal port perfectly. Bitch.
White privilege.
I'm so happy to be white.
And I'm proud.
Because I've got so much goddamn money. Yeah, it's so
Hell
tight.
yeah.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's me, because I'm white.
I'm white, privileged, and proud.
Privileged, because
Fuck
I'm
you,
privileged,
niggers.
man. Fucking hate bait, man. Just someone's what.
Oh.
I don't think about. That's what someone said on my. I don't think about my white privilege much, but I should think about it more. I'm like, guilt.
Oh, dude, those are the worst ones, dude. Those are the motherfuckers that you're just like, maybe this concentration camp thing might be a good idea for some of you people. Or, Yellowstone could just go ahead and erupt, and you people can go first, It's like,
Seriously, man. I mean, you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen when Yellowstone erupts?
What's that?
The white privilege of the world is going to cause the lava to run down the hill and turn and dodge the white people. So to go around them
Nice.
and head straight for the Negroes and the
Right.
Latinos.
Well, they'll probably be camouflaged with it because it's black lava,
That's
right?
I mean, let's look about Hurricane Katrina. All the White Houses stayed intact. There was
Oh, yeah.
a white guy, middle of the ghetto, right? You know about this?
Oh.
His house stayed completely dry, no flooding. The flooding
Really?
stopped near his house. The water just stopped. It's like there was a big barrier around his house where the flooding just wasn't.
No, you
He
know
was
what?
fine. He was barbecuing, and a black guy tried to ask him for help. He just looked up and said, "I don't see what your problem is. Everything's fine to me," because he was blinded. Because inside the little bubble, when he looked out, everything looked fine, no damage at all. That's the white privilege.
Ooh, do you think
That's what I'm
God?
talking about.
Do you think God is racist? Do you think God hates black people?
Well, God, of course. God made black people as a mistake. They put them in the oven too long.
That's true. He cooked
actually
them too long. Yeah, it's kind of like
They went in hell for a while.
kind of like the brownies you won't eat because they're too burnt.
Yeah, they went to hell. I mean, they look good in a way. You're almost tempted, but they're a little too dark for you.
Yeah,
That's
that they
the way
have.
it is.
They have that ashy taste,
Yeah, and Mexicans, their brownies have been sitting on the table for too long, got a little stale. Like God's table, like God made them, but then forgot about them, and he was doing something. I think he was making white people more intelligent or something.
Probably.
I don't know. But Mexicans were sitting on the counter and just kind of cooled off a bit, right? But they kind of sat there and kind of got stale because it was really humid up in heaven that day.
Well, so
Because God had sneezed.
So are the Asians the brownies that were jacked off on? No, because there's like a yellowish tinge to them.
They've got God semen. That's why they're kind of a little bit more intelligent. That's why they have slanty eyes too, because the brightness of their souls makes them squinting when they look inside themselves to see who they are.
Oh, the brightness of my soul make me squint.
Yeah, that's why they look like that.
But yeah,
white people were the template though. White people were like the base brownie, like the base cookie.
Okay.
We're like the like what is it called? Where you make the base, like the broth.
Yeah.
We're the broth.
Or what's the word?
So God loves us more,
Prototype.
That's why, yeah.
The prototype, maybe like.
That's why when a black guy tries to shoot a white cop, the bullet ricochets off the cop and kills that black person or another black child.
I gotcha.
Or if a black guy hits a white guy with a baseball bat, when it hits him, his wife's head explodes because the bat actually hits his wife's head. If he's not married, it's probably his mom or some other woman. It has to be a woman though.
Oh yeah.
That's what God, God wants to punish, punish that kind of thing.
Like women in other races, yeah.
And then the great thing about being, it's wonderful being white. I was running down the street one time, and a car hit me, and it didn't do any damage to me. I got up, and walked away, but then the car, a black guy was walking on the sidewalk, and a car fell on him from the sky.
Oh wow,
and killed him
man!
Because he was black. Yeah.
Well, this might explain why I got hit by that car. If I were white, that car would have either blown up or swerved before it hit me, but because I'm blind, it tried to hit me. Because
wait, no. It has nothing to do with your blindness.
No.
Hold on a second. Have you had a DNA test?
You mean I'm a nigger?
Was your mom getting pumped
by black cock?
By a big black football player?
Oh my God! You know what?
Maybe your dad was being ridden by fucking Halle Berry or something.
Oh man, I better check this out, dude. You might be right. I might be partial coon.
Dude, hey, wait, stop right there.
Okay.
You seen a partially burnt brownie? No, not really.
No.
You gonna eat that
you can. If you pulled it out.
No, but okay. Let's be honest here. There's no such thing as partial. Once you're black, you can never go back, right?
That's true. Okay.
You're tainted. You got a taint in you, man.
So wait a minute. Is that how I ended up blind? Because, God hated me and said, fuck you.
Yes, that's
why
there's more blind black people than white.
Oh, that would explain it. Like, Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder. Jesus Christ.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Those two right there. That's that. And, all the black people at the camp, black people, blindness.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, man.
The only reason, why I'm half blind? Because I'm 1/100th African American.
So that's what happened. So dude,
part of it too.
Are you gonna try to, exalt your negrosity? Because you might be able to see if you can.
I might. I feel 100% oppressed sometimes. But it's not enough to have the car stop, and have me like if I we got in another hurricane, we'd be cool. We'd be able to sit outside and drink sodas and drink beer, watch the hurricane destroy everything around us, and we wouldn't be touched. No.
Well, that's you though. But see, I'm part blind, so I think maybe there might be a little more black in me than say you.
There's probably more. You're probably about 125. You might be a quarter, maybe a quarter or a half.
Dude,
I don't know.
Shit, so I'm a half-breed Blinky.
Half-breed. That's the name of a show. Half-breed Blinky.
And I could never look in the mirror to see this to verify. You know what I'm saying?
No, you couldn't. And and think about it. The only color you actually see is black.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
God damn it. You know what? And people have tried to tell me that before, but I just thought they were just being stupid. Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow. Fuck.
Well, the world's hard, but being white, what are you gonna do? Gotta feel bad. But we give back. We have to understand how privileged we are. We have to give back.
And I do have some white in me, so I guess you're right. I gotta, enjoy the fact that I'm. Although, you know what, dude? The black people that are around today, most of them have white in them anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Especially in their names.
Yes.
Quashisha Jones. Come on.
Oh man, dude, I'm telling you.
Sequanka Hopkins.
Right.
Waquisha Leibowitz? I mean, what are you going to do with all these names?
That's a black Jew?
Yeah.
Waquisha Leibowitz?
Yeah, he's very greedy, but never satisfies that greed because they're always broke.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or
stuff there.
We'll pick pennies up off the sidewalk, but we'll only use them to buy crack, right?
Yeah, that's true. They'll buy kosher crack, though. It's made without any harm to any animals or any byproducts.
How about kosher crack?
They call it Koshak.
Koshak.
Cosh crack.
Nigga, I'll be smoking that Koshak now.
Give me that Kosh, motherfucker. Give me that Kosh, man. I ain't taking that shit. Hey, is that? I smell pork in this shit, motherfucker.
So wait a minute. That would be fuck, dude. That's got to be really difficult because you want to eat hog mogs and you want to eat fucking neck bones and shit like that, but you can't eat pork.
Yeah, but it just shows that they have a double dislike for the police because they hate pigs. So it's like a double whammy there. It's like,
damn.
What are you gonna do?
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow. This is just amazing. This new enlightenment.
They celebrate Hanukkah, but they don't use what is that called? The fucking thing.
The menorah?
Yeah, the menorah, yeah, because they don't want to burn the Jerry curl juice will light the house on fire. So they can't actually light the menorah.
Well,
it's tricky business with them.
I don't know. I think instead of using menorah,
they celebrate Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
And what's the so what they do instead of
they don't light 9 candles. They light up 9 grocery stores in the area.
I thought they were gonna light 9 crack pipes or something.
8 crazy nights, yeah.
I thought it was 9 crack pipes that all stuck out of this thing, that they just lit and they suck, they just.
Is it 9 or 8 or it's something like
it's 8. I think there's 8. I don't know.
8 crazy nights. They light a light on each night, and then.
So that's it. They're all 8 crack pipes, dude. That are all going, that they light each night. So each night they, get a different high. It's a different kind of crack, So
then there's a half white, half Jew, half black, third of each.
Oh,
they
man.
they light up 8 crosses. They hate themselves.
Burn 8 crosses in your front yard.
Yes, dude, it's Kwanzaa, man.
That's Kwanztanamo?
Kwanztanamo.
Oh wait, those are the Arabic black guys. Sorry. Yeah, the
See, we're being so racist right now, though, dude. We're being so racist. Think about who we're individually harming.
Hold on, though. It's our white coming out, though, because we are our white
intrinsically.
Because we're white, we're racist, right? So
we're intrinsically racist, intrinsically privileged, intrinsically evil, and immoral.
And it's funny,
just like the Jews were. Do you know that's how it started in the Holocaust? Is that Jews were very wealthy. A lot of people, and they were very envious of Jewish people because a lot of them had wealth.
Okay.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And so guess what they started doing? Started saying, they're privileged and they're this and they're that. And so that's where that mindset started coming from, and it was being committed by society.
It's kind of funny because those same people
slowly got more and more acceptable to be able to make fun of those people. Guess what? It's slowly becoming more and more acceptable to make fun of
white people.
Just think about it. If the conspiracy theorists abound,
So those who.
If I'm going to be on a show with conspiracy theorists, I might as well throw mine out there.
Well, those who shit on Hitler and say Hitler's an asshole kind of subscribe to his mentality in a weird way. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, it's okay to hate somebody who's blue-eyed and blonde haired and shit like that, and and call them privileged and say that they have more than you and it's your fault. You made me dark. God damn it.
Yeah, it's your fault because you were born the way you are, but we don't want to judge anybody based upon the way they were born, except you.
Oh yeah,
it's a very double speak world, man.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Yeah. No, you are not. Wait, you're seeing that? Oh, I'm sorry. You shouldn't say that.
You're right. Because I'm blind. I shouldn't say see, right?
Shouldn't say see because you're going to offend other blind people. And then you're going to be a bigoted Uncle Tom of your blind clan.
Oh man. I'll be a
because you're already turning your back anyways a little bit because you don't.
Because I'm working. Well, not only that, but I work too. You know what I'm saying?
Even though you work, kind of benefits the blind in a lot of ways. Still, no.
Yeah, but the fact that I have a job and I didn't take my other blinkies with me. Hey, hold on, man. This is another thing that pisses me off. And someone who's black is considered a sellout if, they get a job, but they don't get the other brothers a job. Well, maybe some of you fuckers are crackheads and gangbangers, and they can't get you a job. Same thing with blind people. Maybe you're unemployable fucking retards, and nobody can get you a job because guess what? You can't hold one.
Yeah, it's just like that's why everybody wants the minimum wage raise, because then they can just get a job at McDonald's and don't have to try to do anything with themselves. They can get that $15 an hour and work at McDonald's because Yeah. So I don't have to actually. So I don't have to actually aspire to do anything. I can actually have the 5 kids without any responsibility and be able to pay for them, even though my life's all fucked up by working at McDonald's. So I didn't actually have to pay for my mistakes or learn from my mistakes or better myself. I can just work at McDonald's, fuck up my life, and still make the same amount of money that somebody who works, at a fucking, who's got a job for 4 years and has been climbing up the ranks does.
Yeah, of course, because I shouldn't have to do the same work that they do.
No,
I mean,
especially if they're white.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because they owe it to you, man. Because
like reparations for slavery, man.
Right.
I mean, we're still enslaved. We are a white supremacist country. Do you realize that?
Yeah, I know. I know.
Obama, our president that we elected as a whole, as a country, is black, said that. So we got to believe it.
Obama, which is funny. It's like, dude, you're running. You are the most powerful motherfucker in the country. Well, no he's not. But
world.
In the well, the banks are the most powerful motherfuckers in the world.
Well, you know what I'm saying. But if you want to talk about the head of a country, the head of the most powerful country in the world, yeah, you are, and you are black.
But
the country has a lot of racial issues to deal with, even though you were elected both times, twice in a row.
It's kind of funny how you shit on your own the thing you run.
Yeah, because he's horrible, because he hates it. He doesn't like it. That's why he's trying to. That's why he's getting shit about Israel and Iran.
I hate this
Israel.
fucking country.
Fucking, I can't stand. Hey, we're gonna make a deal with Iran that gives them nuclear bombs that they can point at Israel and ourselves in several years.
I think we should blow ourselves up.
I think maybe we can start clean. It's called the wipe the slate clean. I'm gonna call it Operation Whiteout.
I think that's a fitting name. Don't all my white constituents think so? Hillbilly, you think so.
Billary.
That's Billary,
dude,
man.
That woman is
disgusting. A vile bitch. Yeah.
Oh God, you can just tell. You can just tell by the way she talks. Just like, and she's not savvy or sincere or amicable or sociable, or she doesn't have any charisma.
No leadership skills, man.
It's just woman. She's woman, and we're on women. If you don't vote for me, woman.
Fuck, dude.
Then again, if it's gonna be Hillary versus Trump, I don't know what the fuck.
Dude, I'll go for Trump.
I would too. I would too, just because fuck it. I'm not going to vote for her. She's a liar, and she's obviously she's incompetent because of the way she ran. You don't know all the stuff going on with her servers, and I'm sure you don't know anything about that. But
yeah,
her email stuff.
Oh, I do know. Yeah, there was some. I do know a little bit. You guys, I think
Benghazi and a bunch of all that stuff. Yeah.
Yep. She was doing deals and had a bunch of fucking.
Well, she had confidential emails on a public server in a house in Denver. From Secretary of State, like government fucking confidential files, and she wiped the whole server, of course, before the government could look at it.
And the fact that they're doing this shit, and people aren't looking suspiciously at that
because they don't care. It's ideology. She's a woman. She woman liberal. She good.
Yeah.
White man Republican bad. Woman liberal good. Black liberal good. White women don't vote for woman. War on woman bad.
It's fucking retarded, man. It's Billary, man.
There's sign of Billary, yeah, another sign of our country. But I've said this before, but man, I look back on Bill Clinton, man.
He wasn't that bad, was he?
Good old days, dude. Compared to Bush and
Obama? Oh God, yeah.
Even Bush though. Bush. See, here's the thing I get from Bush. Okay. And I didn't get it from Clinton, and I don't know why. I get it more from Democrats. Maybe it's a bias, but I didn't get the impression that he was like. I don't know, he wasn't very competent, but there's just something. There's not something to me. There's not something slimy about him. I mean, he's not like slimy, sleazy like Obama, Hillary, and Bill. Like they're all just like these slimy.
He was slimy, but in his own fucked up way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, see, I didn't. Yeah, he was slimy in his own way, but like I know
because he started the ball rolling on this shit. Well, I mean, they started it way back, but he really. Kicked it up, man, like 9/11.
Clinton was actually, I mean, yeah, I mean, compared to the last two presidents, yeah. I mean, and it's not like Al Gore would have been any better. Well, Al Gore is a fucking
God. Nah. Yeah. Well, like I said, we they're all a bunch of fuck ups.
Trump
it's like,
versus Clinton, because he's like rolling everybody loves him because he doesn't bullshit. He says that was a stupid statement. Those people are idiots. The people who run this country are idiots, The world knows they're idiots. They think we're idiots. They laugh at us with the laughing stock.
I just hope Trump isn't talking the talk.
Of course he's talking the talk. He's not gonna. What's he gonna do?
Well,
like you said, he's gonna be another. Unless he can get the power behind him. I mean, I don't even know what he'd do though, because here's the thing about it. He's just as tied up in all that corporate bullshit as anybody else. In fact, he's inside of it. He is it.
Yeah,
right.
That's it. That's Donald Trump. He is part of corporate America. He is king corporate America.
So, fucking show called The Apprentice. That was the epitome of corporate America bullshit.
Yep.
You know.
And he does endorse these fucking pyramid schemes. A lot of them.
He talks to fucking. He talks to Bill Clinton himself, and Bill Clinton actually recommended him to run.
Oh wow! So, yeah, that tells you something.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just going to be crazy. This is going to be the most crazy, interesting political season for the presidency that I think I've ever seen.
Shit.
Even more than 2 terms ago when Obama was coming in there.
What is it next fall, man? Next fall is when it's going on.
Yeah, but all the primaries, I'm into it, man. I'm back into that political game again. Yeah. So I'm watching it all with an interested eye. Like Trump tonight was at a place where like 15,000 people were sitting there listening to talk, and he's just talking about, like, I don't need a pollster. Why would I need a pollster when I can get up in the morning and turn on CNN and there are the polls that I need to look at? They're all right there for me. Why do I need a pollster?
I mean,
he's like,
he's talking.
Why do I need to buy? Yeah,
he's talking the talk, man.
I know that's what I'm saying. And I'm laughing at because some of the stuff he says, you can tell it's all ego. But he's like, I had a guy come up to me last week, and he wanted me to he wanted to give me $5 million. And I said, I'm not going to take your money because you're a lobbyist. And then he goes, all right, should I have taken the money? Maybe I should have taken his money and just use it. Maybe I should have given it to charity because I wouldn't have spent it on what he wanted me to spend it on. But I could have taken his money anyways, and he would have thought I was going to spend it on something for a self-interest group. So it's just funny. He was just taught. It's a very strange phenomenon.
I don't want to get Obama bitten, man, because that's what happened to me last time. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm like, oh, this guy, yeah, man, he's got the interest of the people.
Oh, that's right. You were an obese.
Oh fuck, dude. Oh yeah, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be 3,000,000% honest.
And then he got in, and then you started hating him.
Oh, yeah, then I saw what he was doing, and I'm just like, oh, you motherfucker. So I don't want somebody again who caters to
sells you the strong juice, and then you drink it and you find it's Kool-Aid.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I don't want to do that again. So
juice doesn't make me strong. It's just Kool-Aid.
So as usual, I'll sit the election out and be like, yeah, you guys go have fun. Go waste your time and vote.
I don't vote.
Go waste your time and vote. Of course, I'm going to get some bullshit. It's kind of funny, man. Like my brother on one hand is very hardcore conspiracy theorist, and you can't trust anybody in the government and blah, 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 blah. But then his first thing is, hey, man, you need to go vote. Voting is important. Or really? After you just said...
Well, yeah, but you just said the government's corrupt, and you vote by a government institution at a government office.
Yeah. And talk about tracking. You're afraid of NSA and people tracking and the cell phones listening to you. But then you go put your information down so you can vote. So they can track you there, yucklebuck. Because they know
your information's already down. But I understand where you got the right idea. It's just like,
yeah,
I don't trust the government, but I'm going to vote for Trump because he's going to change the world. What?
Exactly. Stupid.
I wonder who's he going to vote. I wonder if he's going to vote for. He's into Trump or who he's into.
We'll find out.
Probably some independent candidate. He's got like 0.0001% of any votes, and it's like 5 people come to his rally.
We'll be right back, bitches.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. Hip-hop bangers like.
Sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the pay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
Classic throwbacks like.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
Hey, most people don't plan to fail, but a lot of people fail to plan, and it really don't have to be like that. What you know about an IRA or a tax-deferred 401k? What you gotta pay to the government? Ever heard of a tax-exempt retirement? That's info most folks don't know. What you gonna do if you live too long? What you gonna do if you die too soon? Can your spouse afford the house? Will your family go bankrupt if you get sick? You got a plan in place to cover medical debt? I'm not talking about Advil, I'm speaking on long-term ill. You ever seen a bill from that home where Big Mama went to live? It's like $73,000 a year. How you gonna pay for that? 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 You work hard every day, but you really don't like it. You're looking at a retirement crisis. Got a good education, got a good job, got the age and the time, but still got robbed in 2008 when the market crashed. Wanna tell your boss to kiss your bus pass, but you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. Said you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. So you wake up in the morning and you put on your game face. Then you run out the house late, headed to the same place. On the bus like I'm stuck in your car like I'm stuck. What you need is a solution, more income and less confusion. What you gonna do, where you gonna go, who you gonna talk to get the info and get money? You can talk to me, you can talk to me. We got what you need, or you can join the team. Build yourself, then build your wealth by sharing what you learn with somebody else. Each one, teach one how money works. Stay compliant so nobody gets hurt. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Hey, this is Travis. This song was recorded to get your attention. I have some powerful financial information that you should hear. The things that you need to put in place for a solid financial foundation in case you live too long, die too soon, if you become disabled or need to go into a home, or if you simply need access to a tax-free supplemental retirement or emergency fund. We have the information to put these proper plans in place in case any of these things happen. Contact me at my email. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. Let's set up an appointment, sit down at the kitchen table or coffee shop somewhere. I'll show you the information. If you have the need and the means, let's get it done. Or if you're looking for a business with a great compensation plan and a proven system, you should join the team. I know this business isn't for everyone, but it's one of those rare situations where if we all follow the system, it can be a win for all involved. The companies win, the clients win, or the families win, the brokers win. We're entrepreneurs, we're our own bosses. Everyone is a broker. We can make good money and travel around the world on the company's dime. Let's at least try to do it.
At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your butt. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fucking buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scans. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book.
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
Yee! What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic like you already know. Get him, Jay!
We think it's the banning of
We are anonymous. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. My boy Maxwell Silverhammer and my bottom bitch Jerk Man will set you straight with some good old true shit and none of that shit that irks me. Hey Maxie baby, I still got them videos. You fill my cereal port perfectly. Bitch.
Oh, the final segment. Oh.
Before the week is over.
Yes.
And your weekend begins now. So you're going to go home, grab yourself a couple of steel reserves.
Yep. Exactly. I wish I could go to the pool, but the pool Nazis close it. You know.
They do, huh? They actually enforce that stuff, huh?
Yeah, I was in the pool the other day, and the dude comes in, he's like, "Sir, the pool is closed." I'm like, "Oh, fuck." Like, okay, goodbye. I'm gone.
10 o'clock, right?
Yeah, 10 o'clock, I believe, is when they close. So, motherfucking HOA.
That's like right when it gets dark, too.
Well, that's when I like to really go out there, man, and when I really can go out there.
Yeah, and after you have a beer or two, you're like, yeah, let's go out to the pool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, man. You're the only one out there. You're just chilling. So, fuck.
That's stupid, man. That's unfortunate, dude.
Yeah, well, what can you fucking do, man? So
is it every night, or do you get caught every night? Or
no, I don't go every night, but like last night I got out of there. It was like 9:40. I figured I better leave before 10 so I don't get thrown out. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I think it was last Saturday or Saturday before, I was out there, and these guys walk in and they're fucking around. And I'm like, what are they doing? And the one guy's like, "Sir, the pool is closed." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Peace out, pimpin'." So then I grabbed my shit. And
that's funny if it wasn't even they just wanted to pull themselves. So like, fuck this guy. The pool is closed.
You know, it's funny. That went through my mind because the guy did kind of remind me of like the Scarface type. Like, "Sir, the pool is closed." You know, like, what are you going to do? Fucking rails of coke off the goddamn, you know, off the tables and shit.
The pool is closed. You want to leave now or else we get to kill you.
Let me tell you something, man. You better leave this pool out. Blow your fucking balls through your asshole, man. You don't want that. So.
Blow your balls through your asshole. I'll bust a nut on your nuts.
Yeah. You know, Jerkman just saying shit just to say it.
Yep.
So, man, anything happen? Anything you wanted to? I know we kind of monopolized this shit, you know, all fucking showing.
There's not. No, I just been actually I've been talking. You talking about me or Jerkman?
No, you, man. You.
I'm just. I don't know. My big thing right now is that I realize the more and more that people they just don't. It's like corporate America does not understand what makes a good employee anymore.
No.
And what makes a good employee is comfort.
Yeah.
You know, is making them feel kind of comfortable. Not because sometimes you don't need to be stressed. You got to push. Because like I had this thing I'm doing at work where I'm not on the phones anymore. I'm basically off the phones for this project.
Okay.
Where I look at all these cases and make sure they're all good and and make sure that the notes are good on everybody else's cases. Ooh, excuse me. But there is a quota that we have to meet, and that basically was 30, then it went to 40, then it went to 50, and it's like, well, I'm thinking about raising it to 60, and I'm like, why don't you just keep it at a certain amount so that we can do a comfortable, good job and thorough job? No, we gotta fucking
Yeah. Well, it's maximize our money is what it is. Maximize my money, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Be my little
Not
bitch.
only that, it's maximize my money, but it's also like they have to have this like emails with don't do this and do this and if you're gonna slack after you get your quote every day, this program might not last for you too long. And like it's like I'm not slacking. I simply got a certain number done, and it wasn't as high as somebody else's. That's the thing. Because there's always that fucking person in the group who's like, I got 75 done today.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just made it look like that's something that can be done by everybody at all the time.
Well, not only
And
that, but
it's not.
you're proud of being the bitch. I like being your little bitch. I'll do as much as I can for you.
Yeah, and I don't mind being an achiever, like doing as much work as you can, but like pushing yourself to get that, because all that does is, well, if one person can get 70, well,
You can
let's
too.
raise it for everybody. If they can't hack it, well, then they gotta go. It's like, thank you for just making it more different. There's no reason for you to just go balls out like that.
Yeah. Well, that reminds me of this health fair we were at today, man. What's that?
Oh, my brother's trying to call me. Let me cancel this out.
Oh, okay. Before he pops in there, huh?
No, he won't pop in.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like this health fair that we were at today. We had there were two people that came up to our table, promoting their business. We're a in-home care place, and this is what we do, blah, 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 and they're feeding us their spiel, not really giving a fuck about what we're doing. They just want to push their bullshit to us, rather than trying to work together. It's all about, well, buy, sell, take a whiff of my breath. It's the feces smell, I mean, they're just basically pushing their bullshit. Oh, this is our company. This is what we do. Blah, 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 blah. And so then I just was like, well, what we do is, and I'm trying to explain, and they really could give a fuck less. Oh, well, we'll keep that in mind. Then the next question this one lady asked me was, do you think it's possible at some point we could set up some time for me to come out and find ways that I can get some of the people on your program to know about our service? And I'm like, no, you can't do that. It's called confidentiality, you scumbag piece of shit. So, so it's all about bottom line for these assholes. I mean, they're just...
It's like they lose their sense of humanity, and they start just putting these rules in there. Like, okay, it's like, I don't get it. It's like with customer service. Okay, if you're on the phone with people, why are you putting pressure on them to make them feel stressed out when they're on the phone with other people trying to help those people who are stressed out about their issues? Make it comfortable for the agents so that they feel comfortable doing their job, and that way they won't get stressed out by angry customers. They'll be like, okay,
yeah,
I can deal with this. Not like, well, if you don't do this, then you're going to get this, or well, we're going to look at you. It's like, give us,
Well,
it's just like it's like a counterproductive. It's like if they really want people to be loyal to a company. That's another thing. They don't care a lot of times about.
It's not about loyalty. It's all about money.
Yeah.
Let's get you for as much money as possible.
You get a better employee if you're.
Well, they're missing the boat, man. They're spending $5 to save one. And so basically they're trying to get you to, oh well, you got a pissed off customer, try to sell them something. Well, what the fuck's that gonna do? Don't you want to keep that customer? No, I'd rather try to get them to pay for some shit that they're probably not going to pay for, But, and I think a lot of these corporaticons, they really don't understand consumers.
No, because they're not really consumers themselves. They've locked themselves in the corporate bubble, so they actually get all their shit given to them, and so they think, oh well, let's just because they don't understand consumers as individuals, because they're just a block of people in the demographic.
Right, their money, their dollar signs, as opposed to people that
it's like their employees. Their employees are cogs in their machine.
Yeah, as opposed to, let's see, let's try to keep these customers. Let's try to keep good employees. And instead, it's just this, make me money, give me paid. It's all about my own pockets. Fuck what the customer wants. Fuck what the employee is going to make the employee maximize their performance. It's all about, we're making money, God damn it. Maximize our ability to make money. Just give.
Yeah, it's a parasitical thing with corporations, because that's what they're made for. Yeah. They're created to grow and to get more profitable. So that's all they know how to do.
Yeah.
When they try to put this emphasis on, well, they have to give the lip service to like all these little things like, earn this. Hey, you can earn 1,000 points if you do well this month, and then if you get 500,000 points, you can buy a fucking $10 fucking flash drive.
And the lip service too to the customer. Like, I don't know if you saw my post about Cox, How they send me these things about how they love me as a customer and I'm a valued customer. If I was such a valued customer, why are you always adjusting my rates? Why are you always fucking with my shit? You know?
Yeah.
So.
Because, and why are you sending me a carbon copy letter that's printed out for every customer you have and expect me to believe that that's written just for me?
Right. Somebody sat down and was like, oh, you know Maxwell Silverhammer? We got to write him a fucking letter.
Write him a letter. You know what? He's been a customer of ours. You know what? I remember when he first called Sally back in 1997 to get that cable hooked up. I remember that time because I was there next to Sally, and I remember hearing his voice over her phone. He was loud and obnoxious fuckface. Not that
pretentious. I'm a pretentious fuckface. Remember?
Pretentious, yeah. Pretentious fuckface who needs to know where the delete button is.
Yeah, exactly. The friend delete button.
Because you can't delete me. I mean, I can't delete you.
No, you got to delete me.
That requires me to figure out how Facebook works.
No, you know, I think you know what I think, like you said, it's either hate bait or it's just one of those things where, I wonder if she kind of digs me a little bit. You know, like, you know, it's kind of like the.
You would think that. Dude.
Well, you know, it's kind of like the girl who pisses the guy off, you know, because she likes him. Effect? Yeah, exactly. I hate.
Oh, baby, hey, princess, how you doing there, princess?
Yeah, and it turns out later I like you.
Oh, I love you. You're so great.
Yeah, because the fact that she didn't want to take me off her friends list, because hey, for me it's an open shut case. You know, you want to delete. You know, if I want to delete you, I don't fucking want to delete you. If you really upset me and bother me that much, then I want you off my friends list. You know, no questions asked. You know, I know she doesn't listen to the show. So, well, maybe she does. I don't know, but I highly doubt it.
Because she could be your stalker, man.
Maybe so, man.
maybe, dude. Maybe she listens, and that's why she's like, I need to find a way to get him aroused again. Because when he gets angry,
I like him.
I can tell. I can just get. Oh my god! I'm gonna write something so I can listen to the show tonight and masturbate while he talks about me and calls me names. I'm stupid.
Dude,
yeah.
Some bitches are that fucking dumb.
Of course, attention.
I want to be abused. I want to be called names. I want to be, you know, told fucked up shit. It's like, wow, you're a stupid cunt.
Well, it's like, yeah, you're a stupid cunt.
Bottom line, you're a stupid fucking cunt.
Bottom line, stupid cunt. No more thing to say. Nothing more to say about that. You're just a dumb cunt.
You know, and one other thing, speaking of women, it's kind of funny, and I probably said this before, but I do regret telling people about Tootsie Toes and all that kind of shit like that, man, because, you know, now people ask me and they have expectations and, have you guys talked yet? Have you guys done this yet? Have you gone to the next step? And it's like, fuck, you know what? Just stay off my nuts, you know?
Yeah, that's why you leave some personal stuff should stay personal, in my opinion.
Well,
that's not you.
It's my fault.
This is your cathartic thing where you let it all out over the fucking internet. And...
No, you know what it was, man? I'll tell you why I did it. I'll be 3,000,000% honest. I think for the long time, you know, with the whole koala thing, I thought I was broken. Thought there was some shit wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, God, I'm never going to love anybody again. I'm going to be into this bitch for the rest of my life. And then finally I did find someone new that I really did start liking. So then I got all excited. Like, see, I'm not broken. So then I just felt the need to advertise to everybody, which now I'm regretting like a son of a bitch. You know, because really... Like you said, we don't know each other's shit. You know, this is just what it is. You know, if it just stays internet, it stays motherfucking internet.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that's why. Yeah. I don't know you. So everybody knows about it. So I can talk about it on the show and you talk about it everywhere, right?
Yeah. People ask me about it. You know, I had somebody the other day who was like, "So what's going on with that girl? Have you guys talked on the phone yet? What's going on with that? If she doesn't talk to you on the phone, I think you just need to tell her to fuck up." Like, no, maybe I don't want to. You know,
you're just like, leave me alone.
Yeah,
that's your bed, man. You made that.
Yep. Well, and that's it. And I know that, and that's why I'm saying, you know what, I fucked that up.
What happened was you used your audience as a crutch, and for your own, like to let out your own insecurity over the whole thing, and that bit you in the ass. Basically.
Yeah, I don't think it was just the radio show though. I think it was even to friends. I was telling, you know, friends, my personal friends. Hey man, I met this new girl, man, and I'm really digging her, dude. You know, when I really, if I was smart like I used to be, you know, kept that shit under wraps and didn't talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Only
the thing, man.
You know,
life alters you, man. People think when you say people don't change, that is the biggest pile of shit.
Well, and you don't always get smarter either.
No, you change a lot, and you get like I'm in more ways like I'm not weird around people, but I'm like I'm in sit I'm like I need to get out of this house more often because I'm work from home, and I do and I'm like I just want to go back home.
So you're comfortable.
Fear. It's not fear. It's not even uncomfortable. It's more like these people are fucking annoying. It's like I'm becoming a hermit.
Well,
and I'm not. And the thing is, I don't mind.
Well, you see, my thing, I always say, I'm the only sober one at the Grateful Dead concert. Because sometimes that's the way I feel. Like everybody else is on some fucking highfalutin fucking crack. And I'm just like, I don't get it, dude. What are you talking about?
Have skin that falls off when they fucking touch you. That's still in my goddamn mind. The fucking skin falls off this poor kid. And the fucking next picture is a homeless guy with his daughter lying in his lap. Yeah. Fucking lovely.
That's Jerkman, just trying to stimulate your mind, man.
My fucking morning feel,
you know?
Afternoon. I get off work. I'm like, oh, I'm off work. I'm gonna relax. Oh no. Oh, okay. I need to scroll down. Oh, child. Oh.
I'm kind of glad I can't see the pictures. I probably.
You in some ways you should be.
But yeah, no, dude. I think in some ways you're right. I mean. Some ways we're smarter, when we grew up. Obviously, we learned things. We did some
dumb. You get into bad habits that make you dumber, and you start narrowing your vision starts narrowing and your perspective.
Yeah.
And so you miss things that you didn't get before. But then again, you also get things you missed before because when you're younger, your perspective's different. It's narrow in a way because you think you're right.
Yeah. Exactly.
When you're older, it's narrow in a way because you're like, you just don't bother with certain shit anymore. And so
right. You're like, I know better. I'm older now.
Or you're just like, fuck that. I don't even want to think about it. It hurts my brain.
Or you have these ideas that you're like, well, your feelings are deeper too. So you do dumber shit. The deeper your feelings are, the dumber the fucking. That's why I said emotions sometimes can be really fucking. They can be weaknesses, man. They make you do.
Oh, of course they are.
Stupid shit.
They're just things. They're not strengths. They're so how you handle them.
Yeah, that's true.
And it depends on how you control your, and it depends if you know yourself well enough, or you learn from certain things. Like you didn't really have that experience until Koala.
No.
And so that just kind of like that threw your mind into basically nuclear bombed your mind.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your mind was A-bombed.
And then I met somebody new, and then I had to fucking go tell everybody about it rather than just being cool and being like, hey, I got somebody new I like. This is pretty fun. Because man, back in the day, you never knew who I had a crush on. You never knew, I never talked about that stuff. Now I can't shut the fuck up.
No, you can't. You're like, God damn it. It's like, yeah, okay.
I like this chick, dude. I'm really cute. And it's like, why do I tell other people? I'm the one who's going to get something out of this, not them. So
I'm gonna buy a girl buy a random girl some lunch a day this week, and hopefully the fucking god of Boogaloo will shine a light on me and make my life.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, I had to bring that up.
Fuck you. No, it happens, man. It's real. I've done it.
Life is strange like that, man. We've all done stupid shit.
I'm gonna take you out.
Shit, look back and I go, oh my god, dude.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, you can't keep looking back and then regretting it. You just go, oh well, life you learn, and you think like you're gonna learn now, but you do stupid shit now that you think you wouldn't have done. You thought you would have known better, but that's the whole point of life, man. Is that it's a learning experience until you die, basically.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's just your book.
And some people learn different things. Some people don't learn a lot. Some people learn. Some people are immature when they're 70.
That's true. Well, I guess the main thing is you just keep learning. As long as you keep learning and keep expanding, but but if you just be, you're stupid, and you just kind of run around and do the same dumb shit you were doing when you were fucking 20, then it's like, well, what's the point, man? What's the point of living? Yep. So it's pretty.
Yeah, that's the point of living is learning. You know why? You know why, Max?
Why?
Let's just sing it together. Because I'm still striving.
And I'm still determined.
I'm still alive.
And the world's still turning. God. Yeah.
That could be a good cue. It's about that time.
It is about that time, man. God damn. Well, hey, it's been fun as usual.
Yep. The world's still turning.
And I'm still
striving.
blowing
I'm
loads.
Still learning. And
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And I'm Cruise Control.
And that's the story there,
There,
bitches. Fuck you.
Radio Show.